storms that are inundating coastal areas throughout the world.
This is not the random confluence of a variety of things that are just coming together. This is a much bigger transition than anything that we've ever lived in before, and we certainly don't have any experience nor the tools to be able to deal with this kind of change.
Nostradamus seems to predict the extreme results of a climate change.
This is Century 5, Quatrain 98.
At the latitude of 48 degrees at the end of Cancer, there is a very great drought. Fish in the sea, river, and lake boiled hectic from fire in the sky.
You look on a map, you look at the northern hemisphere, and all the great grain belts of the world are intersected by 48-degree latitude.
There are some verses where he talks about humanity falling into cannibalism because of the lack of food around the world.
Famine is the most dangerous threat to all of us in all prophecies of dire nature. The way you buy it in the doomsday is through hunger.
Famine is not the only threat that Nostradamus and a variety of ancient cultures are said to predict. It is believed that, like the Mayans, the Egyptians build warnings into their religious buildings, and some even theorize their once thriving civilization may have fallen prey to a catastrophe similar to ones that Nostradamus describes. Are the Egyptians cautioning us about the coming peril in our future? The pyramids of Egypt and the writings of Nostradamus may hold the key. The Lost Book of Nostradamus highlights an era when prophecy and astronomy converge in a manner that literally changes the world. One of the most striking images from this remarkable book speaks of an impending apocalypse, and some see its symbols as a warning.
What really triggers the whole thing is the 3 eclipsed moons. There's going to be 3 eclipses in 2012. Very unusual. There's going to be a total eclipse of the sun. There's going to be the eclipse of Venus against the sun. And then there's the grand eclipse of the ages, the eclipse of the sun and the center of the galaxy. This whole thing is going to culminate in 2012, is what Nostradamus is saying.
Interpreters believe that the spiral shape at the head of the scorpion in this drawing is a direct reference to the spiral shape of the Milky Way galaxy.
No one in the mid-1600s knew, supposedly, that we had a galaxy, much less that it was a spiral galaxy. And yet, the Lost Book manuscript shows just that image.
Nostradamus believes that the stars and planets hold the meaning of life. This is also at the core of Egyptian philosophy, and they incorporate these celestial designs into their most important structures. Nostradamus foresees the destruction of these monuments in his writings.
Atop the summit, fractures will appear. The lightning will shatter the stones. 3 without chains bound up around the middle.
Does the phrase, "lightning will shatter the stones," mean the pyramids of Giza will be destroyed at a future date? Some researchers believe that the layout of the Egyptian pyramids points to future planetary shifts and perhaps to the galactic alignment itself.
There's really no doubt that someone went to a great deal of effort to make the pyramids on Giza and even other pyramids in the general group correspond to alignments of stars to make sure that these large culture-defining monuments matched events in the sky.
Some experts theorize that the pyramids were built to precisely match the 3 stars that make up the belt of the constellation Orion, also known as the Hunter, or